Hey folks, with safety in mind, I have held back on this until I can confirm that in fact it has occurred. But I can confirm at this hour on Monday, the 24th of November, the South Africans who are escaping racial persecution have begun arriving in the States once again after the shutdown of the government that ended on November 4th. It took another 20 days. I did say it would take 7 to 10 business days before people even consider coming over. It's taken a little bit longer than that, but here we are now. The first South Africans coming over under the refugee program that President Trump began on the 7th of February of 2025 have resumed coming to the United States. I can confirm that, and they're now flying to their destinations around the country, including Pennsylvania, Florida, Texas, and a few other places. So I will not disclose the number of refugees that were on the flight, but I can tell you they have successfully arrived and gotten through immigration at Atlanta. And congratulations to those who arrived in America trying to flee from unjust racial persecution in South Africa, despite what your foreign minister and many members, senior party members of the African National Congress deny. Well, there you have it. I will give you updates as we go along, but I can confirm breaking news at this hour that, in fact, they've arrived. Now, people might wonder, why did I wait? Well, because people's safety is important. That flight could have turned back for a mechanical reason, or something could have happened. Let's not claim that South Africans are coming here until they've come here. So this is a consequence of a number of people. I also can confirm, by the way, that in that group included refugees who were originally scheduled to fly in October, but were postponed. A lot of people keep writing to me and saying that, well, I already had a flight, got canceled. Well, I can tell you that they have been contacting people. I've known that, and I've told you that in my chat. They have been contacting people to reconfirm and rebook their flights who were bumped previously. Because there's been a lot of belly aching about, well, people that are just now getting the program are flying over. Well, you have no confirmation of that. You're just stating what people tell you in groups, and that's not fact. Anyway, at least one family that was bumped in October has arrived on today's flight in Atlanta. Once again, South African refugees have begun flowing to the United States. You can anticipate that in many days, in the forthcoming days, more South Africans will begin arriving here. If you're one of those South Africans and you've found out about the program or you listened to my analysis, it's been pretty darn accurate along the way, and you would like to pay it back for others, you're welcome to come to my program for an interview. We can do anonymous interviews. We've done that in the past, people concerned about security. Don't feel obliged, but certainly I do think that folks owe it to others to dispel this, particularly if you're a colored or Indian South African or black South African who's come over as a consequence of this program. If you have the courage to come on program and come on screen, it will be very helpful to dispel the lies that are being spewed about this program, calling it for farmers, for Afrikaners, for whites. It's not. It is a program that was designed and is being executed for racial minorities in South Africa suffering from unjust persecution. And once again, after the break that began on the 26th of September until the 24th of November, nearly 2 months, we've resumed refugees flying to America. Now, I should point out that we don't have a budget. Congress didn't come with a budget. They simply passed a continuing resolution which allows them to continue spending at the level that was previously approved. That means that on the 30th of January, this resolution runs out and we can go through all of this again. So if you get a flight booked before the 30th of January, then as we say in German, ich drücke die Daumen. Cross your fingers. That means I push the thumbs. So hopefully if you're in that batch. Once again, this is not an endorsement for anyone seeking to become a refugee to America. It's heartbreaking to me that anyone would want to leave South Africa, but I don't live in your circumstances. I don't live in your boots. I don't live in your shoes. And that's something you have to share with USCIS. And if they agree that you're suffering from unjust racial persecution, then you'll find your way to America. Be honest with them. Do not mislead. Do not lie. Hucksters will be found out. Shammers will be found out. The program's for people suffering, despite what the government of South Africa says. Again, I'm not asking you to come to America. There are no FEMA tents in my yard. You're not welcome in my yard. But for those who arrived in America today, welcome to the United States. Always a pleasure to have you join us. Cheers.